talk a little bit about Paraguay, how it's different from other countries, and I'll talk about the infrastructure, which is very different than what a lot of Westerners are accustomed to, and I'll talk about the women. I know a lot of you guys are interested in that. So infrastructure first. So Paraguay, as I've mentioned before, is definitely second world. It's not the third world. Third world would be like Africa. Paraguay is definitely second world, and it's probably on the mid to lower tiers of the second world. And I visualize Mexico as the top end, the high end of the second world, and Paraguay is about 2 or 3 notches below Mexico. It's not as trashy as Mexico in terms of the city, but it's definitely a few notches lower in terms of infrastructure. And so it's not the third world, but it's close. So for example, I am here at what my understanding is the best hotel in the city. It's the Sheraton. Now it's Paraguay, so it's very cheap. It's like $140 a night here, which is expensive for Paraguay. And even here, just as an example, I've been here for a while now. I've been here for almost a week. And the internet goes out about once every 2 hours for about 15 minutes. So as you're sitting there working in your hotel room, suddenly the internet will stop working and you'll have to sit around and wait, or you'll have to go take your laptop, which I've had to do several times, downstairs in the lobby or upstairs to the bar where the routers seem to work a little better. And on the floor where I am, it's just, and I've reported it several times, they're very nice, they're very understanding, but they really can't fix it. What they did do is bring in a repeater, Wi-Fi repeater into my room, in my hotel room, and all that does is it makes the internet a little faster while it's working, but it doesn't actually fix the problem. But these are the kinds of things you have to expect when you go to the second world. It's the second world, it's not the first world. It's a whole different scenario here. Sometimes guys have said to me, well, you know, Caleb / Blackdragon, why do you get on the Americans or get on the Europeans or get on the Australians about their shitty infrastructure, but you're willing to get residency and spend a lot of time or live in places like Paraguay? Because Paraguay is the second world. Australia is not the second world, that's the first world. So in a place like Australia or the United States or Canada or parts of Europe, certain parts of Europe are not the first world, they're probably the second world, but certain parts are, and you have second world problems in the first world, then yeah, I'm gonna get on your ass. You need to clean that shit up, fix your shit. This is Paraguay. You're gonna compare yourself to Paraguay? So my expectations are adjusted based on the country, based on where they are in those tiers. You can't expect first world amenities in a second world country, and certainly not a third world country, even in a nicer place like this. Okay, it's just the way it works. So, it doesn't really bother me, it's just kind of an irritant, and again, I expected it, so I wasn't surprised. That's the big thing, I'm not surprised by these things. So let's talk about the women here. I've talked about this before at the Blackdragon blog. Where did I talk about this? Yes, I had an article about Panama or Paraguay, both. Are the women here attractive? Yes. They are not the same kind of attractive as in Panama. In Panama, they are more traditionally attractive. Here in Paraguay, they are very curvy. They have those curvy hot bodies that women have like in Colombia, but they don't have the very harsh ethnic Mayan Aztec features that a lot of Colombian women do. Now maybe you're into that, some guys are into that. For me, with my Western societal programming, that's not attractive to me. Here, they've got that curviness, but they have the more European, facial structure, and because they're so close to Argentina. Argentina is literally right there. I mean, I could drive to Argentina in probably less than an hour. The border's right here. Asuncion is right on the border between Panama, I would say Panama, Paraguay. They all start with P, that's a problem. Paraguay and Argentina. And so the women in Colombia and Panama are still very attractive, but they're not like they are here. It's just a different type of attractiveness here. Also here, Paraguay is an extremely young country. So the majority of the population here, I believe, is under the age of 30. So there are a lot of young people here, which means there's a lot of younger women here. So this is like a younger woman haven down here. Oh my God, it's just crazy. And there's younger women with these giant curvy asses and all that good stuff. So if you're in that kind of stuff, I am, then it's good. Not a lot of blonde women down here. Blonde hair does not exist down here. And they're not gorgeous. It's not like this is LA or Miami or anything like that. They're not super hot, but they're good. It's good down here. It's a good thing. Most Western guys will be very pleased down here, I think. Yes. That's again, and I have to keep reiterating this, that's not the reason I go to these places. Some guys on the internet go to places like this specifically to get laid. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for financial reasons and 5 flag reasons. That's why I'm here. But yeah, women here are good. No complaints.